Hi, this is Wayne Blau with another Smart Profit Maximizing Moment. Today we're going to talk about maximizing your company's most valuable asset. Let me reintroduce myself a little bit. My name is Wayne Blau. I'm the founder of a local CPA firm who specializes in helping small business owners succeed. We do three things. We basically do their tax returns, making sure that they don't send up a bunch of red flags and they pay the lowest amount required by law. And we also accomplish that with the second thing, which is we do tax planning. In the last 3 years alone, we've helped our clients reduce their tax burden by over $4.3 million. All of that went for themselves, for their retirement, their family, to expand their company, but it didn't go to the IRS. And the third thing we do, these videos are part of, we help our business owners maximize their profit using what I founded, the Smart Profit Maximizing System. Today we're going to talk about, if you're not sure what the Smart Profit Maximizing System is, look back 2 days, Monday's video, I went into it. I try to do it once a week to kind of remind people what it is. But today I got a long one. So what is your company's most valuable asset? Is it your employees? Is it your customers? Is it your equipment? Could make a good argument for all of those. But I have customers, I've lost customers, I have a system for getting new customers. It's happened to me. I lost 4 out of my top 5 customers in 1 year, replaced them all within a year with better customers, to be honest about it, that have stayed with me for almost 20 years. That's how long ago it was. I thought I was done for. I had employees quit. Yeah, I'm a small business, so every employee that quits, we run on a lean staff. Every employee that quits, it leaves a hole. I've replaced them with better, to be honest. There's a theme there. Equipment. For me, it's not that big of a deal. Computers, but even if you're in a heavy equipment company, you can get new equipment. That's not a problem if one were to break or get stolen. Okay? There's one thing I can't do, though, and neither can you. As a business owner, none of us can get more time. Time, the owner's time, is the most valuable asset that you own. Okay? We have, like I said, 24 hours at a time. Now, to a degree, you can buy time. Well, let's be honest about that, okay? To a degree. You can outsource jobs, you can hire employees, but there's certain things money can't buy. You, as the business owner, need to do certain things, all right? You need to set the company's overall goals. You need to develop a strategy for accomplishing these goals. That's up to you. It's your company, all right? You need to set your USP, your unique selling position, the why. The why out of all the choices out there for your prospects, do they choose you? All right, you need to have that, and you need to be able to communicate that. That's so important. Putting a marketing plan together. You can outsource a large part of the marketing plan, but you need to create the marketing plan. Creating systems to fulfill the promises that your marketing makes, so that you're delivering a consistent quality product or service every time. Hiring, training, managing employees, and on and on and on and on and on. There's so many things that the business owner only should do. Really, I simplify this, that's saying that the business owner should only work on those things that brings in customers and keeps them as long as possible while making as much profit as possible. That's really what your job is. All right, get customers, keep them as long as possible, make a lot of money. It's really what the goal of any business is. That's your goal, and that's the job of the business owner. All right. Very easy to communicate. All my consultant clients buy into that once I have time to get them to explain it. But at some point, they all start to, I was going to say whine, but business owners don't whine. We know that. They all start to complain that, my gosh, Wayne, I agree with you, but there's so much here I need to do. How will I ever have time to do it? Okay, I don't have time to pull this off. My answer is the same thing. Stop working on the things that are not important to you reaching your goals and doing your main job. Your main job, remember, getting customers, keeping them as long as possible, and making as much money from them as you can. First thing you need to do to protect yourself then is do a time audit. I still do one about once every year or so when I feel like I'm out of control, all right? So remember what your goal is. Your goal is to save enough time to be able to invest 4 hours a week improving your business. Okay, that's all you're trying to do to start with, all right? I don't care if it's 1 hour a day for 4 days or 4-hour block. Imagine if you do that for 50 weeks a year. I'm going to give you 2 weeks off because I'm a nice guy. Plus the math is easy. 4 times 50 is 200 hours. That's 200 hours that you're spending per year on your business improving it, as opposed to just putting out fires and going day to day. Do that for 5 years. You've spent 1,000 hours. How many of your competitors have spent that time? Probably none of them, to be honest about it. All right. Now comes the easy part, finding the 4 hours. All right. Decide what your time's worth. All right. Say you want to make 200,000 a year, and you work 50 hours a week for 50 weeks. You're a business owner. 40-hour weeks don't happen. Then that you would divide 250,000. You know, in this particular case, I said 200,000. You want to make 250,000. Let's keep the math easy. 250 by 250, 2,500. That says your time is worth $100 an hour. Now, in truth, you're not going to sell every hour of your time, so you probably better be aiming for 200 an hour. But let's keep it at 100. Now, look at your list. You've sat down and you've made a list of everything you do in 15-minute blocks over the next week or two. All right. Then you go someplace by yourself and you look through the list and scratch out anything on that list that you would not do, you would not pay $100 an hour for, or whatever you come up with. All right. If you're doing your own bookkeeping, stop. You can hire a bookkeeping service who can do a better job than you and do it for less. If you're mailing out your own marketing letters, stop. A mailing company can do this much more efficiently and cheaper. All right. Scratch out anything that's a one-time job. All right. You know, basically doing your own incorporation. You don't know what you're doing, and neither do I, and I have more experience. All right. Setting up your chart of accounts. Get somebody to go help you that does it, you know, like me. I've seen thousands of them. I can help set it. I know what you need probably better than you know what you need right off the bat, especially after I ask you some questions and find out what's important to you. All right. That's just 2 examples. Let the experts do their job. Third thing I do is scratch out anything that's reoccurring but has no effect on the customer experience. For example, my computer network. I used to sit down and fight with that myself. Now I don't. I find somebody and they do it. They can do it better. It's their job. They keep up to date on it. Facebook marketing campaigns. You know, I'll hire an expert for that. It's not my job. All right. Scratch out fourth thing. Scratch out anything that can be eliminated, delegated, or outsourced without affecting the customer experience. If you're doing something that has simply no effect on the customer experience, stop wasting your time. Delegate it, outsource it, eliminate it. All right. I have a sheet of paper on my thing, you know, on my bulletin board that says, "Who else besides me can do this?" That's an important question to ask that, because you shouldn't be doing it just because you're good at it. I mean, I'm really good at individual returns. I've slowly gotten to a point, you know, by planning, and because I can't scratch this out 100% because I didn't have the right people in place, but that was my goal. I'm almost to a point where I'm not spending a whole lot of time on the simplest. I'm just doing the most complicated individual returns, which really amount to 5 to 10%. If that much, I probably need to sit down. I've seen business owners free up 80% of their time. I've done it myself 2 times when I was at Coca-Cola, and another time recently. I didn't free up 80%, but I freed up about 50% of my time, and we're getting close to that again. All right. So what do you do with all your free time? I interviewed, what's her name? Michelle McCullough. She wrote the Time Blueprint for Entrepreneurs. Decent book. You ought to get it. And she states the managers should be spending their time, 1, creating new products and services, 2, marketing their products and services, 3, fulfilling their orders, 4, managing their business and employees, 5, learning, improving skills and improving systems and business skills, learning about new trends and technologies. It's one of the best ways I've seen on how entrepreneurs should spend their time. I questioned her further, and she said 75% of your time should be creating, marketing, and fulfilling. About 10 to 15% of your time on managing and 10% on learning. I agree with the model, but I would say that as much of fulfilling as possible should be outsourced and delegated to even get you more time. This is important. You've got to learn to manage your company's most valuable asset, which is your time. And too few business owners make an effort in this area. This is one of the most important lessons you can learn. All right. Hey, until next time, this is Wayne Blau saying, let's make this our most profitable year ever. Thank you very much.